The great power rivalry is hurting the Pacific, and the island nations are looking to India for some respite. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting the region, and everywhere he goes, he's getting a red carpet welcome. Today, Prime Minister Modi was in Sydney. Australia is the third and final stop of this tour. He addressed a mega community event and was greeted like a rock star. A crowd of 20,000 people turned up to see him. Our next report brings you the highlights.
Before the Indian Prime Minister travelled to Australia, this picture went viral. That's Prime Minister Narendra Modi dressed like a rock star performing at a music concert. Before you say fake news, allow us to confirm this image was generated by an artificial intelligence tool. It is indeed a fake. But maybe this AI tool was trying to tell us something. Because Prime Minister Modi's celebrity persona was on showcase today. The occasion was a community event. It had all the hallmarks of a rock concert. A crowd of 20,000 people filled the Kudos Bank Arena in Sydney. There were cultural performances. The crowds cheered for the Indian Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister made his way inside the stadium with his Australian counterpart, Anthony Albanese. Prime Minister Albanese was the first leader to speak, and he made a candid admission. To him, Prime Minister Modi's visit overshadowed a real rock star.
I said to my friend, the Prime Minister, before, the last time I saw someone on the stage here was Bruce Springsteen, and he didn't get the welcome that Prime Minister Modi has got. Prime Minister Modi is the boss.
The grand event was a celebration of the India-Australia relationship. Prime Minister Albanese and his team went all out to demonstrate Australia's special relationship with India. At the reception, the two leaders revealed a plaque. Australia will rename a suburb in Sydney. A hub called Harris Park will now be known as Little India. The Indian Prime Minister reciprocated. In his address, he highlighted India's deepening ties with Australia.
साथियों, एक समय था जब कहा जाता था कि भारत ऑस्ट्रेलिया के संबंधों को 3C डिफाइन करते हैं। ऐसा पहले कहा जाता था। ये कौन से 3C हैं? कॉमनवेल्थ, क्रिकेट और करी। इसके बाद कहा गया कि भारत ऑस्ट्रेलिया के संबंध 3D पर आधारित है। डेमोक्रेसी, डायस्पोरा और दोस्ती। लेकिन भारत और ऑस्ट्रेलिया के ऐतिहासिक संबंधों का विस्तार इससे कहीं ज्यादा बड़ा है। और जानते हैं, इन सारे संबंधों का सबसे बड़ा आधार क्या है? जानते हैं? जी नहीं, सबसे बड़ा आधार है म्यूचुअल ट्रस्ट और म्यूचुअल रिस्पेक्ट।
Prime Minister Modi followed that up with an announcement. He declared India is expanding its diplomatic ties with Australia. Soon, India will open a new consulate in Brisbane. The new consulate will cater to the growing Indian diaspora in the country. Prime Minister Modi's address had a message for the community. He hailed their contributions to Australia and called them a pillar of strength for the India-Australia relationship.
A mutual trust और म्यूचुअल रिस्पेक्ट सिर्फ भारत ऑस्ट्रेलिया के डिप्लोमेटिक रिश्तों से विकसित नहीं हुआ है, इसकी असली वजह है, इसकी असली ताकत है आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया में रहने वाले हर एक भारतीय। वैसे मैंने सुना है कि हैरिस पार्क में चटका की चाट, जयपुर स्वीट्स की जलेबी, उसका तो कोई जवाब ही नहीं है। मेरी आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है, आप लोग कभी मेरे मित्र पीएम एल्बेनीज़ी को भी वहां जरूर ले जाइएगा।
The grand reception highlights India's growing stature in global affairs too, a fact that the Prime Minister underlined as well. He called India's position in the world as the force of global good and a bright spot for the global economy.
मैं ये बात फिर दोहरा रहा हूं, आज दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी और सबसे युवा टैलेंट फैक्ट्री जिस देश में है वो है कोरोना की इस ग्लोबल पैंडेमिक में जिस देश ने दुनिया का सबसे तेज वैक्सीनेशन प्रोग्राम चलाया, वो देश है आज जो देश दुनिया की फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग लार्ज इकोनॉमी है, वो है आज जो देश दुनिया में नंबर 1 स्मार्टफोन डेटा कंज्यूमर है, वो देश है।
On the sidelines, Prime Minister Modi met with several celebrities and influencers. This included pop star Guy Sebastian and celebrity chef and TV host Sarah Todd. Prime Minister Modi's visit now sets the tone of future engagements with Australia. The Indian Prime Minister wants a closer relationship. He has spelled out 2 priorities: defense and security ties. These priorities are aimed at one adversary, China. Beijing has targeted both Canberra and New Delhi with military provocations. But the threat from China doesn't define this partnership. Instead, it's only reinforcing the need for like-minded partners to work together.